owned this banjo since 1975 or 1976. It's been my main bluegrass style banjo. And this chair's too short. But I'm selling it today. I think somebody's gonna buy it from me. I had been looking for a case for my banjos because I don't have a good one. I found one on eBay. Unfortunately, it had a tenor banjo in it, but it was a full-size case. You're going to see pictures of it in a minute as soon as I get done playing here. And that was when I decided I would sell this banjo. And this is it, saying goodbye. Now I can buy some more old banjos. Here's the case that I bought off of eBay, and it had the tenor banjo in it. It was a full-size case. This is what it looked like. These are shots from eBay. The guy that owned it before me, what the pot looks like there, what the back resonator looked like. Being a tenor, it only has 4 strings. Here's the headstock. It also had a 5-string tailpiece on it, right there near the head. And here's a back view. There's I replaced those tuners with a set that I have. Here is the 5-string neck that I found on eBay. It's a 50s or 60s Sears and Roebuck that's made by Harmony. Notice the insignia at the top of the head when it comes around again. It has an SR that's shaped and looks kind of like an atom. It was kind of interesting looking. Notice that the finish is kind of a dark cocoa brown stain, or maybe even a paint. It doesn't really look that good, so that was one of the first things I wanted to change on this. I was hoping the wood pattern would be really good underneath. I also had some new keys to replace. I think I mentioned that before, some planetary tuners. I liked this rosewood grain that was in the front of it, and I thought, oh, that ought to look really nice when it's cleaned up. Here I started with the disassembly process, and then I did a horrible job taking pictures of the whole process, but here I've already removed all the stain from the neck and showing some different angles. The wood grain did look pretty good, nice kind of white wood, and there's an example of what it looked like before, so you can see the difference between the beginning and what I have it at now. Then I applied some oil. That was what you just saw. There's another shot of what it looked like before for reference. I oiled the whole neck with tung oil and let it soak in, and it looks pretty good. You can see the white nut that is on the top right there. I replaced it with a real ebony from the 1930s neck. Here are the two necks side by side, so you can kind of compare what they look like, the 5-string and the tenor neck. 5 strings much longer, and that one has a finish on it. Here's what the rim looked like and the color it had on it. That has been changed, and we sanded it all off. I beveled the rim edge a little bit. There's a metal ring that goes around the top. Here's the finish again on the original, just to show you what it looked like again. The trim around the edge, you can see it's a little beat up looking. Once I sanded it, I think I left the original finish around the edges. I had a little bit of it. I think I liked the way it looked, so I was real happy with the way it turned out. Here it's on the vise, so I can put the French polish on it. Here's the neck again from the 1930s, and here's the one that was made by Sears and Roebuck, and here's after I did the shaping. And here is what I was shooting for, to make it look like that 1930s. Here we are, almost finished, but not quite. It does not have strings on it. It's missing the 5th string tuner, but the finish is all there. It's kind of the way I was hoping it was going to look. I was real pleased with the way it turned out. I love the bird's eye maple on the back. I think it looks really cool. That's also around the rim. There's the planetary tuners that I put on the back of it. It also had a 5-string original tailpiece that's on it there. I don't know why they'd used 5-string when it was 4-string, but that's what was there. Bird's eye maple, really pretty. Well, it's finally finished. Actually, it's almost finished. There's one more thing I want to do. I'm going to change the heel of this. And I'm going to put a piece of redwood, kind of like the rosewood, which is what the fretboard is. I'm going to put a layer of rosewood fretboard kind of material right here. And so I'm going to change that. But other than that, it's finished. Sloppy playing, but there it is. The 1930 pot with the 1950s or 60s neck attached to it. Kind of a Frankenstein thing. These two right here came off the 1976 banjo that I just sold, and I have another pair that match it. So I changed these in exchange. These are geared where the originals were straight through, and so that makes it a little bit better and easier to tune.